an extract of a new character I created. It's a sample of book 3. It's called General Shadow. And one other thing I want to say is that you'll hear the word Kavuli a lot. It stands for a member of his army, this character's army. And yeah, I think that's it. So here we go. Bullets pinged off the exoskeleton of a car as it sped through afternoon traffic. The car smacked off a cyclist who fell dead to the ground. The bike itself, a tangled mess of rubber and aluminium. The Kavuli, in the black armoured truck behind, glanced down at the dead body before the accelerator was pounded upon. The driver of the car swerved to hit another cyclist before smashing a motorbike and its rider to pieces. He glanced in the rearview mirror and gave a triumphant laugh when the black van pursuing screeched to a halt and parked in a nearby space. The Kavuli got out and watched as the car disappeared into the city centre. People started running and screaming around him. Yeah, he thought, I'm your worst nightmare. Flee or your road will. The city centre went eerily silent as cars, shop fronts, and vending stalls were abandoned. The driver gave a smug smile and lounged back in his seat, a hand loosely guiding the car. An echoing thud filled the empty street, the windows of the abandoned cars shattering, including those of the car speeding. The driver snapped to attention and dodged the slivers of broken glass, hurtling past his face from the broken windscreen, before the car slammed into something which stopped it dead. The driver looked out and screamed as an armoured black figure stepped up onto the bonnet of the car, which buckled under its heavy knee-length metal boots. Have mercy, the driver roared. I'm sorry I endangered lives. The cold expressionless face of a black medieval-style helmet with symbols etched into it looked down through the shattered windscreen at the driver. There was a moment before the figure rose solemnly into the air, a cloak black as night tumbling from its shoulders. Thank you, the driver cried with relief, before the figure's hand shot out, half metallic, half shadowy tendrils sprouting from the knuckles of the metal gauntlet covering it. The tendrils stabbed themselves into the driver's chest before carrying him screaming in agony up to the figure, which surveyed him with pitiless dark eye holes before grabbing his neck in its metal-gloved hand. The tendrils ripped themselves out of his chest. Not a single blood droplet fell from the point, but the driver could feel his internal organs swimming and drowning in blood and bile inside. Stop, please, he sobbed. This isn't justice. The helmet tilted to the side as if the figure were analysing him before the hand tightened around the driver's neck, and the latter fell limp to the ground, drained of life and soul. General Shadow shot into the sky, his head bowed as if in prayer before he assumed his floating black circular pedestal in the sky. 4 more Kavuli ran to the scene, picking up the dead body and sapping whatever life or soul was left in the driver before bundling the corpse into the back of their black truck, which the 5th member of their troop was driving. They all got back into the vehicle and left the decimated car behind for the city to deal with. Thank you.
Ben Garvey, everybody. And Ben had for probably the 1 or 2 people who weren't here last time. At the last lounge night, Ben Garvey launched his new book. What was the title? Chivalry Isn't Dead?
Knight, the Assassin's Profile, Chivalry Isn't Overrated.
Chivalry is overrated. And terrible.
Isn't overrated.
That's 2 words.
Okay, I'm just not going to try anymore.